Hello and welcome back to Raven Rundown. I am your host Cam Gonsalves, and I'm glad you could join me for this week's episode of Raven Rundown. Unfortunately, I am without Naira Mojica for this show and for the remainder of the year. The spring semester at Franklin Pierce University draws to a close. I'm looking forward to today's show as we have two special guests who I'm looking forward to introducing. As always, we will kick off the show with a recap of your Franklin Pierce Ravens and their athletic performances from this past week. We will begin with women's softball in their final game against the Stonehill Skyhawks on Sunday afternoon. The Ravens struggled offensively, and the 3 runs that they scored was unfortunately not enough to pull out a win. They fell to the Skyhawks 10-3 in a Northeast 10 conference matchup. This was the end of the season for the Ravens as they finished with a 15-22 record on the season. As for the Skyhawks, they improved to 23-16 and advance. Both teams with a lot to be proud of, and a special congratulations to the softball team and their coaching staff on a great season. As for the Franklin Pierce men's baseball team, they continued their dominance in the Northeast 10 Conference this past weekend. The boys swept Assumption this past weekend in 3 games that the two teams faced off in. They captured their final victory of the weekend with a 4-1 win from Rochello Field, and the victories came as a result of a stellar pitching performance and offensive performance from star third baseman Jay Jabs. In the 4-1 victory, the bullpen combined to throw 8 1/3 shutout innings of baseball, only surrendering 4 hits. As for Jabs, he continues to impress as he brought the offense alive early in Sunday's game with a 2-run first-inning single. This hit gave the Ravens the lead that would help them get the win. And with the win, Franklin Pierce improves to 35-4 and has now won 7 in a row. Very impressive. Assumption falls to 14-22. So the softball team season comes to an end and the baseball team stays hot. When we come back, we will talk men and women's lacrosse and tennis. This all before I bring on my special guests. Stick around.
That was a great workout today.
I know, I'm really happy with our progress.
I'm so glad we're living a healthier lifestyle.
I know, it's awesome. So you coming to the party later tonight?
Yeah, obviously I'll be there.
Oh, word.
So,
Can't wait.
see you later.
See ya.
Welcome back to Raven Rundown. Thanks for joining me. The Franklin Pierce University men's lacrosse team came to play on Saturday as they had 4 players complete hat tricks to contribute toward their win against St. Rose. The boys defeated the Golden Knights by a score of 13-10 and captured a Northeast 10 win. The victory came as a result of an early lead in the first quarter that would result in the win, as the Ravens advanced to 5-7 overall and 4-6 in NE10 play. As for St. Rose, they dropped to 3-12 overall and 1-9 in conference play. The men's lacrosse team came out strong early in their game, and we saw the same from the women's lacrosse team as they took an early lead in the first half of their game this past weekend. Much like my Boston Celtics in last night's playoff game, the early dominance by them was not enough, and their opponent, the pace setters, caught up and took a 3-goal lead heading into halftime. The setters were able to continue scoring in the second half, and the Ravens were unable to come back. The Ravens fell to them 16-11 in Saturday afternoon's Northeast 10 conference game from Pace Stadium. And with the loss, the Ravens' record falls to 8-6 overall and 5-6 in conference play, while the Setters advance their record to 9-5 overall and 6-5 in the NE10. The Franklin Pierce University men's tennis team was victorious on Saturday 8-1 as they captured the win over St. Michael's in Northeast 10 conference play. With the win, Franklin Pierce finishes its 2015-16 campaign at 6-15, while St. Michael's wraps up its season at 1-11. The Ravens swept through 3 doubles matches to open the day with a 3-0 lead, taking each of the 3 by identical 8-3 scores. At first doubles, freshman Marcus Lawrence, who is also a friend of mine, and Andrew Schatt defeated St. Michael's Juniors Ben Lambert and Hayden Stewart. At second doubles, freshman James Bazaza and sophomore Oliver Veal notched a win over senior Sam Leaves and freshman Dan Foley. At third doubles, senior Drew Bennett and freshman Dan Longton, who's also a friend of mine, took care of senior Charlie Merry and junior Forrest Owen. The reason I went into detail with this recap of the match is because 2 of these players will be on this set for not only the Rave, but Cam's Concern as well. Those 2 players, Marcus Lawrence and Dan Longton, will be joining me when we return. So I know you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Yo, you want another drink?
Nah, you know what? I think I'm all set. The last one was pretty strong and I already had 3.
Alright, fine. Well, I'm gonna keep drinking, so.
You know what? I might head out, so I'll catch you later, alright?
Alright, no problem. See you later.
Yeah, I was just about to head down to the court. Yeah, okay, I'll see you there. Alright, bye.
Welcome back to Raven Rundown, and welcome Marcus Lawrence and Dan Longton. Guys, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Well, glad you guys could join me. We're going to begin with a new segment that I'm going to bring onto the show. It's called Quick Hitters. And seeing as you guys are 2 tennis players, we'll talk tennis. Fill me in. How was the season?
The season was pretty good. We started out pretty rough because we played a bunch of hard teams. Like in the fall, we played Illinois Wesleyan, we played Adelphi, and Bentley and Stonehill, and they were really good teams. We did a pretty good fight against them, but we weren't really that deep enough in the end of the lineup. But hopefully next year we'll do a lot better.
Dan, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this was a rebuilding season for us. We lost 5 seniors last year. We got 5 freshmen that came in this year, 2 of them being ourselves. So it was a learning experience for all of us as a team. But now that we have a year under our belts and played some big matches like SNU and Merrimack and all of them, I think we're ready for a good off season and then coming back in the fall more prepared. So.
Yep. Well, you know, coming in as freshmen, it's a new experience. You're getting used to it. But now, as you said, you have that year under your belt. So now, where do you go from here and trying to improve and get better for next season? What's the main focus?
Oh, right now, well, I feel like after playing a whole year's worth of tennis matches, we know who are the good teams, who are the bad, who we can get more prepared for, who we don't really prepare and strengthen every day and really play hard, I guess.
Yeah, kind of same thing. I think a big thing though for us is singles work. I think we have 3 pretty strong doubles teams. Obviously, we're gonna have to rebuild one because we just lost another guy. But I mean, singles work I think is what we lacked with a lot, just because coming right out the gate, those doubles matches are crucial. But at the end of the day, there's 6 singles matches and 3 doubles matches, and you need 5 points overall to win. So I think singles is going to be a big thing everyone has to go into over the summertime and really work on. So
Definitely. Speaking of freshmen, Sonny Bazaza. I mean, oh, let me correct that. Wait, is it Sonny or James that was named? No, it was Sonny. That was named All Rookie of the Year. Yeah, he has made serious strides this year, and now he's named Northeast 10 Conference All Rookie to the Northeast 10 Conference All Rookie team, announced on Wednesday. You guys want to comment on that and just how Sonny's done his job this season?
Oh, Sonny actually did very well this season. As like a newcomer, like because I played him in high school, he was like top shot. I was with him in the New England USTA. He was really big. He was like 10 rankings under me, and I knew he was going to be a great player. He did really well in his high school season, and then he came into college, and we had like a really huge tournament in Pennsylvania. It's called ITAs, and we were the 2 underdogs, or our whole team is the underdogs. Like everyone would be like pushing us away, but me and Sonny really like stepped up, and we got pretty far in the conference, and it really gave both of us and him like really good like famous shit, because no one really knew him. He's like a small kid, like really preppy, knows what he's doing, but he just comes out in there and like has really good perseverance on the court, really good like posture. It's very intimidating.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He
the
gets
headband.
Oh, most definitely the headband.
headband.
Yeah.
Yep.
His little
Gotta
mellow
love
he's
it.
trying to grow out too.
Yep. The flow.
The flow.
He's got it going, but he's looking good on the court and off. So move on from Sonny. We'll get back to the experience that you guys have gotten in your freshman year. How much of an impact is that going to have coming back as sophomores and maybe teaching these incoming freshmen and trying to impact and help them out?
Yeah, I think for me, after a whole year, I started off really slow. My freshman year was kind of a little bit, intimidated and stuff, because you're playing guys that are 3 years older than you, stuff like that. So, and you're just a 19-year-old kid coming in and playing tennis match against full-grown men. So, especially foreigners, guys from like Spain, stuff like that. So, I think after my first semester, I kind of realized what the competition style is, and then playing with him and Sonny, who are just probably 2 of the most unreal tennis players I've been on a team with. So I think for me, just being able to be mentally focused and having confidence going in to each match, knowing that you can win if you put your mind and effort focused and into it. That's what helped out a lot. So I mean, when we have I think 2 free freshmen coming in next year. So I mean, for them, they're just gonna, I think things that we got to teach them is just being mentally prepared, because that tennis is a mental sport. That's a big part of it.
Any sport, the mental aspect is huge.
It's gonna be crazy next year. I can't wait. We're getting a new guy, or a new freshman coming up from Israel. He was about to go pro.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
About to go pro.
Pro?
Yeah.
Wow.
Our coach picked him up, because in Israel, like, you have to serve in the military for 3 years. So he's gonna be physically unreal. He's gonna be like a soldier.
Imagine.
Hopefully, we're kind of hyping him up, but we really hope he's gonna be a great player for next year.
Definitely. Well, good to know that those freshmen will be in good hands with you guys. Well, we'll move on to the professional sports aspect of the show, and my 2 favorite segments, the rave and Cam's concern. And we'll begin with the rave, and we're going to talk NBA playoffs. My Celtics last night, you guys know I'm a big Boston sports guy. You guys.
Dude, we talk about this all the time.
Oh, yeah. We've had this conversation. But, I mean, they just got smoked last night. I mean, Isaiah Thomas, just 5 points, just didn't get it done. They just couldn't get it done offensively. What do you think? What do they need to do in Game 6? You guys, they need they need to score more. What do you think needs to change? Isaiah Thomas got to step it up. I mean,
honestly, right now they're in a tough situation. They lost Bradley, a couple days
The
ago.
injuries.
Olenek, I think Evan Turner too. Or
No,
but
Turner's still playing.
Turner's good.
But you're right about
Yeah,
Olenek and
but yeah,
Bradley.
Olenek and
Tough losses.
yeah, big pieces to the
Yeah.
C's. And Isaiah dude's playing unreal, but
Playing great, yeah.
last night that was just a tough one.
Yeah.
And Atlanta's every team's going to be good at home,
Yep.
so
And they're a solid team. I mean, the Celtics, they're a young team.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we definitely have,
yeah,
we
they
have time.
yeah, they have strong players, and they don't have an elite player. I mean, Isaiah's the best we got,
Yep,
but
definitely.
even he's a little bit underrated as a player. But I mean, they're all about team basketball, and I mean, for them, they just got to keep that mindset of playing team basketball, and they'll get the dub in Game 6.
Yep.
Back,
And we're
back
talking
in
about injuries, and I'm going to revert back to tennis for a moment. And I know Marcus was dealing with an injury throughout the tennis season. How hard is it to deal with these injuries, like during the season and on the team? Like,
It's pretty
explain that.
tough. It's very tough. Like on it, like when you have to like get ready for a game, you have to stretch and you do
Mm-hmm.
everything. And for me, I have to go to the trainers. I know it's like a big deal, but I don't really go there a lot.
Yep.
I'd have to get it like warmed up.
You got to
and
do
then-
extra.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Have the trainers like stretch me out. I don't stretch by myself because I don't think that I stretch enough. It's kind of weird. And then when I play tennis, I like tape my wrist because I actually tore my TFC back in the
Wow.
summer. It was really brutal. Couldn't hit a backhand
Yeah.
at all.
Must have been a tough road back.
And it really gives the opponent an advantage because they can see like what's injuring,
Yeah.
and they'll like pick on it, and it'll just get worse and worse and worse.
That's
but you
true.
try to strengthen as much as possible.
So we're talking injuries, and Steph Curry injured for the Golden State Warriors. Chris Paul and Blake Griffin injured for the Clippers. I got to ask you guys, who are you picking to win the NBA Finals if you had to pick a team? It's going to be my final question for the rave. Who would you pick for the NBA Finals right now?
Well, I mean, honestly, coming right out of the East, dude, Cavs are looking solid.
I
dude.
agree.
4-game sweep, right in the first round, right in the semis. So, I mean, they're definitely the clear runner coming out of the East. West is open right now.
Mhm.
Steph's gone for 2 weeks, dude. Blake and Chris Paul injured. So it's like
Yeah.
it's anyone's game in
It's
the West
definitely
because
up for grabs.
West is always heavily talented and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. So, I mean, personally, right now I think coming out of the West is gonna be San Antonio or OKC. I mean, they're both playing crazy.
San Antonio, yeah, keep an eye on
they
that.
they swept. OKC won in 5 games. So honestly, I think we're gonna see KD and LeBron in the finals.
so?
I think so, dude. Russell
I'm not gonna
Westbrook's
shoot
a
that
freak of
down.
nature.
I think that's
so it's
definitely a
between
possibility.
those 2 guys, in my opinion.
I could see it. Marcus, you
I have no idea what
No
we're talking
idea.
about. I think it's basketball, but I'm gonna go with my hometown, my boys, the Celtics.
well, that's okay.
Got you, boys.
You always gotta have hope, you know. We're young, but it's good to have
Awesome
hope.
Celtics.
I'll stay on that. I'll stay on that bandwagon with you.
Okay.
Support the green.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, very happy to have these two on the show, and when we come back, we're gonna dive into Cam's concerns, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Stick around. Good job.
Ah.
job.
Hi, I'm Dimitri Legagner, station manager of FPTV 25. Welcome to the TV studio. We have 3 shows right now: the news, Pierce Politics, roommates, and more to come. The TV studio is a fun environment. You get hands-on experience from day one. If you do not like being on camera, like me, then you can be behind the scenes. There is a role for everybody, no matter what major, so come on down.
Welcome back to the show. I'm so lucky to still have Dan Longton and Marcus Lawrence with me. We're going to go into Cam's concerns as promised, and I don't think this will come as a surprise. We're going to talk Tom Brady in this reinstatement. The quarterback is going to have to serve a 4-game suspension. If he appeals it, It's a lose-lose situation. He's gonna be sitting out those 4 games. I'm upset. A lot of Patriots fans are upset, and I'm gonna ask Dan how he's feeling about this situation in New England. Dan?
Honestly, dude, it's a bunch of crap still. I mean, this was right around Super
This is
Bowl
a year
time,
ago.
about almost a full year ago, and we're right back where we were again with it. Honestly, I think the only thing that's sketchy about the whole situation was the broken phone part. But you
Yep.
know,
I agree.
and I think all Patriots fans agree. Yeah, that's a little bit sketchy. Anyways, yeah, cold weather. And I mean, you're gonna have deflated footballs. So that's what cold air does to footballs. It's science. It's been proven. So to go out and say that Tom Brady single-handedly deflated all like footballs is nonsense, dude. It's crazy to think about.
It's been almost a year.
And we're right back with it. And honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed with the way Roger Goodell is handling the whole situation.
Oh.
You're going at one of the biggest franchises in the NFL
You're messing
right
with
now.
his reputation.
Yeah, and
His legacy.
yeah,
Taking away
and
games from him.
all you're really doing is just driving the dude to freaking come back and
And win a Lombardi trophy.
yeah.
That's
win
what
a
I
Lom-
see him doing.
Yeah, dude. Literally. I mean, he made it all the way to the AFC Championship. I mean, literally almost single-handedly won the game.
Yep. Came down to the final play.
Came up down to an two-point
conversion.
So, I mean, that he's just going to come back even more, fuel off of this, and come right back into the season. I mean, you got Gronkowski, Edelman, Amendola, all these crazy receivers. We got
Martellus Bennett.
yeah,
coming in
Martellus Bennett's
to
back.
compliment Gronk. And
Yeah, dude, we're
Chris
just gonna.
Hogan,
He
Nate
has so
Washington.
many options now.
I
and
mean,
it's
you got to think the commissioner's just giving him reason to go out and stick it in his face and
it's just one of those things, man. That's
go off.
Yeah, they're gonna go after big time elite players because you have Roger Goodell right there.
And it's so frustrating because the window is closing for Brady, and only a couple years left. You're going to take games away from him with a situation that's a year old. I mean, something's going to change with this commissioner. I think they got to think about bringing in someone new, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a history of screwing up. The Ray Rice incident,
Yeah.
when that was all sketchy, there was some wrongdoings there by the commissioner, and
Yeah.
it continued with the Deflategate, and now we have this coming up again, and now he's affecting the greatest quarterback of all time, in my
Literally.
opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you went right off with it.
Yep.
Peyton Manning's coming right out the win, just retired, and Tom's been with him throughout, battling with it the whole career. So, I mean, with Peyton gone, I mean, he's probably not too far from
Yep.
him. He's probably got a couple
The
more
end
years
is near,
in
unfortunately.
him. So
Sad to think
yeah,
about, but it is.
and it's pathetic that Goodell's doing this to him, and it's upsetting a lot of Patriots fans.
Oh, me especially.
You even got people that are, Giants Broncos fans too that are.
Yeah, people and NFL
Yeah,
fans
like,
of different
what's
teams
going
in
on
general
here?
saying,
So-
what is this? Like, what's
Yeah.
happening? Like, why is this guy doing this?
It's
But nonetheless,
crazy.
Brady is most likely going to serve these 4 games suspension.
Yeah.
You got Jimmy Garoppolo.
Mhm.
Is he the answer? Can he win these games, or what do you see? What do you see happening if Jimmy's the starter?
I mean, from what I saw in the preseason with him, and then how he played it, I mean, he has the potential to be a really good quarterback, and he's a backup for Tom Brady, and Tom Brady's really good with
It's always
being
next man up.
Yeah,
do
it's
your
next
job.
man up, and
So
that's how it works in New England, and I think Garoppolo could give New England a couple wins under the belt. I'm not saying a good 4-0 like right
Yeah.
out the gate, but I mean
you can't
go
guarantee that.
500 2-2.
Yeah, we'll take that.
He has the ability to do that.
No question.
And I mean, he had like we said before, he has receivers that can catch a football, and that's all that matters. You can be an awful quarterback but have really good receivers that carry you.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
been proven. I mean, Peyton Manning. I mean, let's be.
Has always had good receivers.
Yeah, has always had good receivers. Is he the best quarterback? I mean, he can't throw deep. It's been proven now, especially at old age.
It has.
He's a short game passer.
When you put the talent around him,
Yeah.
look what he does.
Exactly.
So with the talent around Brady this season, we'll see what happens. I see him winning the Super Bowl. That's my prediction. I'll make that now. But yeah. So that'll about wrap things up for Cam's concern, because I could go on all day about the whole Brady-Goodell situation, but you don't want me to do that. So guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm very happy I got to have you guys on the show, and I look forward to hopefully having you guys on in the near future.
Sweet, sounds
Sweet,
good.
thank
So
you, bro.
other than that, I'd just like to thank our producers and our cast for a great show. So I'm Cam Gonsalves. This has been the Raven Rundown, and I am signing off. Have a good night.
Yeah. Yeah.